As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Please don't let me, I'm gonna die!
Taking them so long.
Hey, these guys are professionals. They're the best.
Totally. I hate a guy with a car and no sense of humor.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates.
Oh, yeah, the Great Bambino. Of course. I thought you said the Great Bambi.
It is the Al Travis Show. We've got him, Senator Jeff Howe. We call him Colonel Doge. Colonel, how you doing?
Life is good. I don't have to shovel this stuff here.
Yeah. I'm just finding out.
Shovel that stuff.
I just can't believe how we had absolutely nothing here. I'm so happy. I mean, I'm sorry and not rubbing anyone's face, but I don't want 8 inches of snow anymore. Not in my life. I got no time for it. So you guys are still up and running at the Capitol, even though you guys were snowmageddon-ed? You're good?
It's Minnesota, right?
Go. Take it and go. Because you were there and I want to know your thoughts, the Representative Hortman ceremony, where you were in, right? Everybody showed up, both the Senate and the House all showed up there. And your thoughts on Senator Hoffman coming up the stairs. Give us a first day wrap, what you saw.
It is special to have Senator Hoffman, to have John walk up those steps and walk into the chamber because, that's not John, really, right?
No.
He's not all about him.
John, yeah.
Yeah. So
he's going to hate me for saying this. I'm going to say it again. It reminded me the walk up with him and then the two state troopers behind him. It reminded me the end of the Star Wars, like third one or whatever, when they came up and they had saved the walkies and they were going to give him the big medal. It just reminded me of that. Sorry, John, Senator. Didn't it? And then he gave a speech. His speech was lovely about his wife and his daughter and how they helped and that some people may not be here if it had. That was really something. And it's probably because we know him.
It was, and so, and I don't know if I hope he doesn't get used to those standing ovations, right? Because he got quite a few of them. Because they got another one at the chamber dinner that night. So, yeah, it all very fitting for that because it would have, as the tragedy for Melissa Hortman in the House, it would have been just as tragic for us to lose John in the Senate.
Absolutely.
Very impactful folks. One of those guys you can reach across the aisle and work with, which we don't have a lot of anymore. And so, So it was good to have him back. I haven't had a chance to actually. That's the problem. He's all the way in the back. I'm all the way in the front in that chamber.
Yeah.
There was no way I was getting to John to shake his hand that day, right? It just didn't happen.
Now, you guys are doing something for Bruce Anderson, right?
Yeah, so we tragically lost Bruce Anderson in he had some surgery that went the wrong way. And him and I were very, very close. We were kind of, whenever we had something to blow off steam or something that got under our skin, we would be in each other's office espousing our unpleasantries on what's going on. And so we were, we've seen things from the same point of view. We're both veterans. We both are strong in our faith. So if something affected me one way, it was usually under his skin too. And
you guys went further than that. You were telling me that you and your wife, he and his wife, drove to Washington D.C. together. My wife and I could make it. I don't think I would know who I could put in a car with me for, what is that, a 3-day drive, a 2-day drive? I mean, no, thank you.
Hell, you ride with me. It might be a 3-day drive for normal people. That was a 2-day drive for us, right? When I'm driving, that's a 2-day drive. Still
a lot of time to hang with others.
Put out the warning on the way there, so they weren't on the lookout for me. So I kind of snuck through. But it was so. You spend that much time in a vehicle together, you really get to know somebody, right?
Oh yeah.
And so it was a good trip. We got it. So we both had invites to the White House, so we got to drive out there, and it was during Christmas time, so the East Wing was all done up in. Which doesn't exist anymore, but it was all done up in Christmas trees, and what a way to start out or end the year that year. So
Yeah.
then Bruce and Ruth had to fly home, and my wife and I we drove to Florida to visit grandkids. So we kept on going.
Well, good for you.
Great
But
deal.
so that's coming up today. And then once, we get through the pleasantries, how is the feeling up there as far as getting anything done between now and the the end of session and the election? Let's be honest.
Well, this be a successful leader in anything you do.
Yeah.
The key thing is what I've learned in my lifetime here is you got to manage expectations,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So, and I'm trying to manage people's expectation. Don't expect anything. That's what I'm telling people. Because it's an election year. Yeah, there's a lot of folks say, yeah, we got to get something done. They're all pandering to their bases for re-election, except for those of us that are rogue that don't have to.
You're not running for folks. So you're not running for re-election.
Right?
You get. Let me ask you this though: can more guys like you, those that are not running for election, there's quite a few on both sides, the House and the Senate.
16 of us in the Senate, yeah.
Is that an opportunity for one senator, let's say from the other side, because they have the most, could say, I see Jeff Howe's point. I'm going to switch my vote. I'm not looking for re-election. I look at the OIG, Office of Inspector General, right? You guys passed it 60-7, and then in the House, they can't get it past the Democrats. It wouldn't, right? They split it. Could one of those retiring folks say, it absolutely makes sense, I'll switch my vote? Could you see somebody going out that way, or is it going to be just stuck in the mud?
Well, it depends upon the orders from the top of the deal, right? Because the only thing that killed that last year was Walz didn't want it. The governor said no. And that has happened throughout my time here, especially, well, should say that in this current governor's term. I can remember we were negotiating the state government finance bill. And at the time, Representative Mike Nelson came on, and we happened to catch it on the live mic when he told Senator Kiffmeyer, just got a call from the governor. He doesn't want to see this bill. We're killing it. Done. And so he can say what he wants, but we know that he makes a phone call. And that, that was a special relationship he had with Speaker Hortman at the time.
Yeah.
Because she did his bidding. And he does miss her because he could always rely on her to do what he needed done. And so...
Well, he's also a lame duck now, so I wonder how much pressure he has, but you're kind of disappointing me if nothing gets done. I want to talk about a couple things that... Oh, go ahead.
I truly believe there are a few things that might get done, but I'm trying to manage expectations so people don't have this... And I will tell you, this system is built not to do things fast. It is... We're not supposed to pass a bunch of laws. It is designed to take a long time because it's an educational process, and to get bills right, and you should be taking input and making sure they're good before you pass it.
And I love that. Yep, you bet. Until you find things that are going on in this state in the last 8 years, what I'm just talking about, the blatant
bills way too fast, and people in office or people. Bureaucrats down here in the agencies aren't doing what they're supposed to do and following policy.
And that is my point, because we have to fix that problem. Here's the story today, KSTP. 3 child care centers featured in that viral YouTube video are suing the Department of Children, Youth, and Families for suspending their payments without proper investigation. They want $50,000 apiece. And I'm like, they'll probably get it. They'll probably end up getting it because we'll sign off because, we turned everything off. We've got to fix this.
More to fight it. Come on.
But that's my point. So not only do you...
General? Where is the guy?
Okay, well, we'll talk about it on the other...
decent in the Attorney General's office so will actually do something besides go after Honda, Kia, or whoever they is.
Menards
get stolen.
Menards
after the guys stealing them. I don't understand it. Come on, help me out.
I don't get it. That's the problem. We'll talk about it on the other side. I got to go to break. One of the things that happened yesterday, a day before, Department of Human Services came out with their audit. The Optum folks came out with audit. It was almost 100% redacted. It was a bunch of black stripes across the paper, and we'll talk about that on the other side. It just drives me crazy.
When the stakes are high at the Minnesota Capitol, you need more than a lobbyist. You need a partner. At Momentum Advocacy, we bring nearly 90 years of combined experience in government relations, public affairs, and strategic communications. From nonprofits to national corporations, we help organizations navigate Minnesota's political landscape with integrity, insight, and results. Whether you need legislative champions or headlines, Momentum Advocacy delivers. For more, visit momentum-advocacy.com. Momentum Advocacy, your friends at the Capitol.
Think about it. A famous politician once said, "You're entitled to your opinion, but you are not entitled to your own facts." But in a world full of AI and fake news, where can Minnesotans find the facts? Center of the American Experiment is Minnesota's go-to source for fact-based analysis and common sense solutions for taxes, energy, public safety, and our kids' education. Visit AmericanExperiment.org for more information. Think About It is brought to you by Center of the American Experiment, Minnesota's think tank.
Easily offended? The Al Travis Show is not for you. The Al Travis Show. All sides are welcome.
I actually was a little offended going into break, listening to Senator Jeff Howe and watching him, catch it on YouTube, because you're almost laughing at me because I'm getting so steamed off. Then you push my buttons, you kind of trigger. And here's what I thought during the break. This is your whole military thing. This is you get all prepped, you're going in, you got your suit on, your tie, you're dressed for the battle, and you are ready, and this is how I'm going to manage that. You've got it all figured out, so you're ready this week. You're like, I'm there. You're in the zone. You're like, let's go, boys. It's go time. That's who you are. I'm just out here trying to survive. I don't have that mentality you got. That's driving me nuts. Don't smile at me.
So the key to the Senate right now, if you want something passed, you take it to John Hoffman and have him carry it, because nobody's going to deny Senator Hoffman his bill, right? There's the key. There's the inside track in the Senate.
I don't know why he didn't run for governor. I don't know why he didn't run for whatever he wanted, put his name on. It's like, we're all out. No, I don't disagree. But here's
proof. He just proved it.
Yeah, literally. Yes, absolutely. Let me ask you this, because this is where I go nuts. So that redacted thing we're talking about, Optum, the group, we're paying $2 million, even though we have the Office of the auditor's guy, we paid $2 million. First report comes out, says literally if the Department of Human Services just followed our own rules, we'd save $1.7 billion. And the guy in charge of Medicaid said, yeah, this is not fraud. This is us not following the rules. And we're just supposed to swallow that. Then yesterday, Optum comes out with this next one, and it's almost all redacted. I mean, that's what the Star Tribune said, almost all redacted. And they're saying, well, and here's the statement to drive me nuts. Department of Human Services spokesman said, the redacted sections include trade secrets from the agency's business partners and security information that could jeopardize the state's ability to safeguard taxpayer money from wrongdoing. What secret sauce do these people have? Oh, none of our kids are actually autistic? What was the secret sauce? What are you talking about?
Trade secrets can you have?
That's what I'm saying.
Give me my trade secret is I just put in the paperwork and I get a check. Right? That's the secret sauce here. I don't get it. You know what? And that's what's wrong. This is all CYA. That's what this is. And we're not we have lost, there's no integrity anymore. Who do you trust? And I certainly don't trust the agencies anymore because they have proven they haven't earned our trust and they're going to have to earn it back. And we need to hold them people accountable. The governor and these commissioners have to hold people accountable. Because Al, you, me, and the rest of the world out here does something like that, we're going to Crossbars Motel, right?
Yeah. See, but
how come there's nobody being held accountable? For the last 8 years, for crying out loud.
See, we know it's one thing if you redacted that so guys like Al Travis can't read it and throw stuff out in the air, because I can't keep a secret. I'd throw it out there. But you, Senator Howe, and all the rest, you guys work for us. I want you to see every last word so you can make a law that can fill these holes and fix it. I get it. You can't give it to me. But you should have it. Every last word.
Why not? Why can't you have the transparency?
Well, I guess I give them, okay, if you're saying everybody can't know your business partner's secrets, great, I don't have to. But the people we pay to run this stuff should. Because right now we know Department of Human Services, more than one human being was willing to make the paperwork up after the fact and falsify it. We know that. We have John Conley, whatever the heck his name was, coming out with Medicaid saying, we're just not following the rules. Even though it's set up, we're just not following them. And no one's getting fired. I'll tell you what, Senator Howe, if you were the governor, when that guy came out and said, yeah, we're just not following the rules, by the time he finished his sentence, he'd been done working for the government for you, right? I mean, you don't get to do that.
The commissioner would have been gone. But here's my fear, is the commissioner was doing just what the governor asked him to do.
What? That is the problem. And when you want to get rid of the governor, I get it. He's gone here come November.
But then he's gone. Well, then step to the plate and fix the problem.
Exactly. Right? Otherwise, because you say you move slow, it seems it takes forever to get anybody fired and or go to jail on this stuff. November's a long ways off. A lot of people will be stealing a lot more money from us for a lot longer time. And now if we cut them off, they sue us. There's no win for the Minnesota people here. We lose coming and going.
Yeah, right? I tell you what, we need to put transparency back in. If you've got trade secrets on how you do business, that's fine. But when it hits our government table, I don't care how you do it, but we need the checks and balances put back into place and instill that we need to earn the trust back from the people in our government. And right now we don't have it and we don't deserve it. And I use we. You said we. I heard you. Because I tell you what, I'm as transparent as it comes, right? I'm an open book.
That's what we love about you.
Secret, right? I just put it out there.
Let me ask you one last thing before I let you go. The other thing is that the city of Minneapolis is asking for money in reparations for all that nasty ICE stuff that happened, whether you believe that's true or not. Here's what they're also doing. City of Minneapolis is denying liquor licenses for those that house the ICE agents. They will come back at us when those businesses leave, those hotels leave. They're going to come back at us and say, we need more money. We're running out of cash. What in the world are they doing? And tell me the state's not going to help buffer this crazy move.
Well, I don't believe that the House will pass those bills. And I have a hard time believing the Senate will pass those bills. But now you got the school districts asking for money because these kids didn't show up for class.
They told them not to come to school. We're closing down for a week, and then you want the state to kick in more money.
You just can't make this up, and it's always somebody else's fault, right?
Yeah.
And the federal government's not going to give you a nickel for this, nor should the state. Those were decisions that you made, and I tell you what, you show me why you can not renew someone's liquor license just for them doing business as usual for the last how many ever years they've been in business.
And one of
you're
the
going to tell me that I've got a contract with the government to
house people,
government provided rooms, whatever, at a certain rate, and now I'm going to deny them because of what?
Yeah, it was crazy. And one of the city council members said this is going to be the how-to book for other cities on how to take care of business and make sure ICE doesn't come there. If no hotel's willing to put them up, it's just crazy that this is how we look at everything. I got to go. I'm out of time. Go save my state, will you please?
I will work diligently
I know you
to bring you the news, Al, and try to make things right. I tell you what, this is my last hurrah.
Go get them. Is good.
And I've opened my schedule to the point where I'm actually going to have the time to actually dig into some things. So I'm hoping I'll bring to you some stuff.
You are going to be the roller coaster ride we're looking for this summer. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you a ton. Senator Jeff Howe on the Al Travis Show.